Welcome to Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
Good morning, Keys. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The talk of the Keys. April Fool's Day. We are not going to pull any pranks here. I don't know about you, Superintendent, but I tend to think people have enough stress in their lives without having to field pranks on April Fool's Day. But that's always been my mantra anyway. But we do want to say good morning to you, sir. It is Ed Tierney. He's Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County School District. Hello, sir. I appreciate you taking the time to be with us. I also always enjoy seeing you out in public. You are everywhere. You have quickly ingrained yourself and your family into our community. You are to be commended for that as well. So thank you for all your service.
It's my pleasure and honor, and I enjoy seeing you as well.
Thank you. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not mention your service to our country. Thank you so very much for that sacrifice as well. So the Monroe County School District, A+ rated school district, they did leave things in good shape for you to take over. We are now on a quest to become the #1 district in the state, though. Do we have any predictions as to how that trajectory looks?
Well, the only thing I'll say is we had the great news last year on the A, and then the graduation rate went up so significantly last year, and that's a statement on the great work that has been done in the past year. And then our tracking data right now for academic performance indicates the trajectory is going to continue to increase. So we're continuing to improve outcomes for students based on the data we see, and we're just looking forward to a strong ending to this school year and closing it out strong.
Yes, Ed Tierney, Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County School District. Part of having a strong school district means the ability to recruit talented teachers and retain them. To that end, affordable housing has been an issue for the district, as it is for many in the Florida Keys. We are one step closer to providing a number of units. I believe I had heard up to maybe 150 units.
150.
Yeah, that's significant as far as providing affordable housing for teachers.
We're really making some steps here, and I'm hesitant to jinx us, but we're through tree commission, through planning, through HARC. Our next event is the city of Key West, and it's just the project is moving ahead so smoothly. We're actually a little ahead of schedule, and should we be approved in May from the city of Key West, then we can start pulling permits right after that. So, just about every district in this state is talking about affordable housing, but, this board and this community looks like we're going to be able to pull it off. So we're really working hard on it and really proud of the progress, and hopefully we come to a good conclusion.
And what is it that we need at this point from the city of Key West to approve?
Well, I think it's just approval. We've been through the committees that are precursors to that, and it's just their approval, and they've been so supportive of it that I'm really kind of optimistic that we're going to continue to have this thing move along.
Well, the relationship between the school district and the city certainly is a sound one, and I can't imagine that they would not be fully supportive of this. Can't put words in their mouth, but this is a lofty goal that we've been pursuing for some time, and it would be wonderful to see it come to fruition. In that regard, we had the band teacher. Speaking of Key West, if I heard you correctly, sir, some recognition for that individual as well.
Well, you just alluded to the relationship between the city and the school district and the school teachers, and this kind of represents itself well. So we'll have our band teacher from Key West High, Gary Hernandez, honored by a proclamation by the city of Key West this afternoon at 5. And, that speaks to the quality of the teachers we have and also the relationship we have with the city. And, just on Gary, I became aware of him on August 15th because, I started July 1st and I went to the preseason football game on the 15th. So shortly after I got here, and during that game, during the halftime, I watched the band, the cheerleaders, the flag squad, and the Conkettes all be just about perfectly synchronized to their music. And I thought that is a lot of work to get done for the first preseason game. So I knew there was someone special kind of heading that program up long before I met him. And I've since met him and respect and honor him. And I look forward to being there with some other of the board and staff members to help the city recognize the work he does here.
Yes, Ed Tierney, Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County School District, well-deserved acclaim for our band leader there in the city of Key West. Absolutely. Speaking of preseason, I did see the film recently on Keys Living TV of you throwing out the first pitch. It was almost a strike at the FIU Central Florida game earlier in the year.
Well, they called it a strike from the booth, and I think they were a little generous, but it could have been a lot worse. So I think I'll take that.
Slightly outside, but still,
Yeah,
you made it all the way across the plate for sure. So, not that
yeah,
we,
that's true.
yeah, not that we had it out there. By the way, speaking of proclamations, you and I are fellow Rotarians as well. City of Key West
Absolutely.
giving a proclamation. Yes, that happens today, 9 a.m. City Hall, whereby the 110th anniversary dinner tonight. I thought it was the 100th, but I should be paying. I should get that accurate. Nonetheless, the it's certainly a big anniversary. The Rotary Club of Key West will be recognized by the city today for their service above self. So that's another way that you serve our community
Well,
as
amazing.
well.
That keep that Rotary amazing legacy of support for the community and the proclamation at 9, and then something this evening to celebrate. So
Yeah, it will
really
be.
quite something.
By the way, third quarter, an assessment, threat assessment, I believe is how you would put it. We have a decrease in crime across our communities in the city of Key West. Thank you so much to law enforcement for making that possible. Also, the strong partnership with our state's attorney's office. And we have a very strong relationship with law enforcement in this school district as well, with our resource officers serving us so very well. Consequently, a 20% reduction in threat assessments over previous year.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We track that closely, and I don't talk about it that much. But from this point in time to last year at this same amount of time, a 20% increase, which is significant. And I would just reassure you and all the listeners that we work very, very hard to provide warm, safe, supportive environments in the classrooms and the schools. And I think this reduction in the threat assessment supports that. We work closely with the chief and the sheriff and the state attorney, our probation officers, counselors, mental health support, and we're creating safer environments in the school, and we'll continue to work on that because that job is never done. And then, just as a compliment to the teachers, the best way to have students doing what you want in a school is have them achieve success in the classroom. That is always the best behavior kind of management tool, and the success the kids are achieving are based on the hard work of the teachers and the principals and the school-based personnel, and that's probably the largest contributing factor.
Yeah, well, Superintendent, also another initiative that helped in that regard, one team, one goal. We got the administrators even out into the classrooms, into the facilities. At your urging, they went out into the field, so to speak. And from what we understand, it was enriching both for the administrative personnel as well as for the students.
Yeah, people did a really great job with that, and the teachers welcomed them in, and it went better than I even hoped. And I think we're going to see the data this summer when it comes in benefit, and the students benefit from that additional instruction and kind of one-to-one attention. But, what I didn't even anticipate is how much it positively impact the people in our building. They just came back from school so energized and so happy to have worked with the kids and the teachers. And there's just a real newfound respect for the work that the teachers have to do and the complexity and how difficult it is. And I think that's going to help us support the teachers and the schools all the better as we move forward as at district headquarters. So, I estimate we spent 1,120 hours in schools as an administrative staff. And I just think as much as the kids benefited from it, I suspect the adults had maybe even a greater benefit than the kids did.
Ed Tierney, he is superintendent of schools, Monroe County School District. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The Talk of the Keys just had spring break. We have Easter. Happy Easter to all this coming weekend. Professional Day coming up April 17th as well. Before we know it, we're going to have graduation again.
This time, the year always goes quickly, but this fourth quarter always flies. It's just over in a blink of an eye. So, like I said, we're working hard to try to close this out as we get to testing and then get to graduation. And, I think we've had a really good year, and we're going to finish strong.
Yeah, we are. Graduation rates are up. Our athletic teams also, tip of the hat to them. They are doing very well. Our student athletes are continuing to work hard and perform very well, even on a statewide level. So we'll be looking forward to the postseason there as well. So by all accounts, we're achieving great things in the district.
I think we're in good shape, and I think we're heading in a good direction with an upward trajectory and improving student outcomes. And it's the quality of the teachers and the staff and the hard work and the support of this community that just loves its students and teachers and schools like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and one final note, speaking of sacrifice, I do see that 2 of the district's own were honored for saving 3 from a house fire. They were honored at the school board meeting in March. School Resource Officer Deputy Tim Tedesco and Sugarloaf School Principal Trevor Tyler, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
They noticed smoke coming from a house near the school. They called 911. Then they rushed to the house to help. So again, sacrifice beyond the call on behalf of school district employees. And so we thank
literal
them for
heroes.
What's
That house was engulfed in flames, and the flames were 30 feet high, and they both ran in there to get the kids out and the family out. They got the dog out. So really literal heroes, and we just wanted to do everything we could to honor them.
Yeah, absolutely. More than worthy. Well, Superintendent, I know you've got a busy day to get to. We covered a number of points, but is there anything else that we should highlight at this time?
I think we covered it, Michael. Just for you and the listeners, we are working hard every day to support the students and create warm, safe environments and improve outcomes for all the students. So that is what we're doing today and every day.
Well, the school district seems to be getting very high marks amongst our community members. We're very, very happy and blessed to have you and your family as part of our community now as one of our leaders. Thank you so much for all that you have done for our country and now for our community as well. We will see you in a matter of hours, sir.
Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you this evening.
Yes, sir. Take care. It is, Superintendent of Schools, Ed Tierney with us. Monroe County School District, Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. It is Wednesday morning, April 1st already. We'll check, let's just take a quick check on traffic here for a authentic look at traffic, and we don't see any major incidents popping up at this time. That is good news. 7 Mile Bridge, though, will be closed coming up, and that is happening in a matter of days as well. We'll have details on that, closed from 6 to 9 a.m. Saturday. So we'll have the further details on that coming up. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. We'll be right back.
There is more Good Morning Keys for April Fool's Day. No fooling. This afternoon, we've got a date with Wanda Kiefer, her company, the people that team that you rely on to go to beaches and sandals, all-inclusive properties you rely on, as we have here at Keys Talk with Wanda Kiefer. Her company is All Seasons Vacations, allseasonsvacations.net. And Wanda, I want to talk to you, first off, April Fool's Day. You guys having some chaos and some fun in the office or what?
We are always having fun in the office, but for some reason today we're just a little bit more rowdier than we usually are. I think it's the nice weather. I think it's the fact that, we're seeing people traveling and having a great time, and we're getting all these wonderful pictures coming back to our office of people on their vacations. So we're loving that.
Yeah, you got to be happy too with no fooling. Looks like things are much better at airports now. Although you're just back from Jamaica and Ochi, and it didn't seem like you walked into any travel problems, did you?
Well, we had a little bit of a hiccup with one of our couples that were from North Carolina. When we went to leave, their flight actually got canceled. Oh. So the good thing was I was in the airport because our flight was going out in another direction. And I was able to connect with them and get them rebooked for the next day. And then the airline actually put them up in a hotel close to a Sandals. But it was interesting watching their version of that resort versus just coming off of Sandals. She was my little travel agent at that resort and was sending me pictures and saying, oh my gosh, this is different than Sandals, and this is this and this is that. And we just kind of laughed about it because they were just there for one night. But it was through their eyes, they got to see the difference between a 5-star and a 3.5, 4-star resort. Which was interesting.
All right. Well, we'll tear into that this afternoon, and it's within reach too. These vacations are very much so in reach, and we're going to talk about that this afternoon. We've got a deal, Turks Caicos, for a bunch of days in September. Tune in this afternoon, 4:31, allseasonsvacations.net. Don't wait for the conversation at 4:31 this afternoon. Do business with our partner in travel. That's Wanda Kiefer, allseasonsvacations.net, allseasonsvacations.net.
Key West authentic Irish pub, dining, and rooftop lounge is Celtic Conch Public House, 528 Front Street. The Celtic Conch always features delicious Irish cuisine and tasty pub grub with more than 40 Irish whiskeys, specialty cocktails, and local drafts. Ask about their daily food specials, plus the best in live entertainment. Monday, Milo plays from 5 to 8. Then it's Dean Dunleavy from 8 to 11. Tuesday, test your knowledge with trivia from 7 to 9, and Corey Hill plays live from 6:30 to 9:30. Wednesday features Just George from 8 to 11. Thursday, Milo is back from 4 to 7. Friday, Dean Dunleavy returns from 5 to 8, and then Milo entertains from 8 to 11. Saturday, come back for Dave Minneberg from 5 to 8, and Just George from 8 to 11. Then Sunday, Tony Roberts plays from 3 to 6. Celtic Conch Public House, 528 Front Street, Key West. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Sláinte.
This is Ollie North for 4-Star Rentals. 4-Star Rentals is the most complete rental store in the Keys. They can provide rental equipment for every do-it-yourself project from your house to your yard. Bobcats, chippers, chainsaws, and tile saws, you name it, they have it. They also deliver throughout the Keys. That's 4-Star Rentals. Mile marker 4.5 on Stock Island. These guys are really good. That's 4-Star Rentals. Go see them soon.
Check us out. What Colonel Ollie North says is absolutely true. We're locally owned and operated. We offer a fleet of delivery trucks for fast all-in-one delivery. 4-Star Rentals is the oldest tool rental and party store in the Florida Keys. We make it easy to get that job done for that party or very special event. We're located at mile marker 4.5 in Key West, or just call us and we'll come to you. 4-Star Rentals, 294-7171. That's 294-7171. Remember, Colonel Ollie North never lies.
Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And good morning, Keys. It is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The talk of the Keys. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, April 1st. No major incidents being reported up and down US 1. Looking at pretty good forecast as well. A little breezy, though, as we get, again, an east wind up to about 15 miles per hour for today, 82 for your high. Tonight's low 74, tomorrow 83, 10% chance of rain each day. Friday, 20% chance of rain, and 84 the weekend, down to a 10% chance of rain, 83 for the high each day. We're going to say good morning to Dr. Jonathan Guevara, President and CEO of the College of the Florida Keys. Good to see you, sir.
Well, good morning to you. And I think the last time I saw you, you were at a party.
A big party, a wonderful party, hopefully a successful party commemorating 60 years of the College of the Florida Keys.
Yes, that was actually a very, very good event. It was a great event for us. You know, we started planning this a couple of years ago. And I'm very fond of saying to folks that, you know, when I came to the College of the Florida Keys, my deal was, I said, you know, if you all will have me, I'm going to stick around for 13 years. And that had nothing to do with my retirement date. It had to do with celebrating the college's 50th anniversary, and then really prepping to celebrate really, really big for the 60th. And we did it. And at East Martello, a very historic place in the Keys, Fort East Martello, and, you know, celebrating our 250th this year for the United States as well. You know, we had so much support there, our donors, our former board chairs, and we tried to include even those individuals who are no longer with us if somebody from the family would come. So, you know, so we had a few people there who weren't actually former board chairs representing their family's legacy, because there's such a rich history of that here in the Keys. And, you know, 6 years, I like to joke again about us being here longer than FIU, the Florida International. We've been around longer than they have, you know, and we continue to succeed. Yeah. And there was just, again, so much support for all the work that we do from, you know, we had our county mayor, our city mayor, we had our big sponsors, First Horizon, Essentials Net Solution. I mean, you were there, you know, along with other media personalities.
Yes.
And to have our chief judge for the 3rd District Appellate Court take on the role of being our MC. I mean, what a marvelous evening.
Oh, the band was wonderful. The food was phenomenal. And thank you to whoever put my table right next to the buffet. I was, and we had a fun table. We had a lot of great people at our table in particular, but throughout, I tell you, the setting was spectacular, right by the water. A lot of camaraderie, a lot of support, just a real feel good event to celebrate that 60th anniversary. And it seems like a lot of people did step up and donate and continue to support the College of the Florida Keys with all proceeds and the 60th anniversary efforts supporting student scholarships, academic and workforce programs, other critical initiatives that help the college continue to change lives and fuel the workforce well into the future. And again, we heard the testimony of several students who had life changing value from the College of the Florida Keys.
We did. And what is remarkable about that, it was not just the students, but they were entire families, you know, both sets of speakers, the husband and the wife that came up at the beginning, Angelique and her husband, and then Wendy and her entire family, and even her daughter, her youngest daughter, she talked about, you know, so her son was in dual enrollment, her husband was in our marine engineering program, she was in culinary, but the whole thing, it gives that legacy of what the college has been able to do with and for this community over the last 60 years. I could not have been more pleased, and I am thrilled that the community showed its support the way it did, and we will continue to do as much as we possibly can do to make sure we support the workforce needs of this community and other peripheral things that we do going forward.
And two other points. One of the unsung heroes of our community is your wife, who now joins you in the ranks of honorary conchs as well.
Yes, indeed. And, I knew there was going to be some surprise there. I said to my wife, I asked her if our children were coming, and she says, "No, why would you ask that?" And I said, I just have a sinking feeling somebody's up to something. And so, yes, so it was a real tribute because she has been, with me front and center by my side throughout all of this. We've been together over 40 years, and it's work, but it's also beautiful work that, we enjoy almost every day.
Yeah, Dr. Jonathan Guevara, President, CEO, College of the Florida Keys. And just one final note on that. To top it all off, you had probably a couple of dozen gentlemen, all of whom looked identical and dressed identically because the Hemingway Lookalike Society, papas from around the country came back to support, as they do. A lot of their fundraising goes to support scholarships to the College.
Yeah, the Hemingway Lookalike group, one of my favorite groups. And, we have done a variety of things with them, co-branded stuff. Fred Johnson and his wife, Jean, I call them Fred and Ginger, have been major supporters. He was the Papa in 1986, and they continue to support the college. They have the largest endowment at the college currently. In 2012, they were supporting about 6 scholarships. Today, they support and will be supporting about something like 18 or 20. I mean, it's just tremendous support.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it is well deserved. But what a tremendous night it was with the 60th anniversary gala for the College of the Florida Keys as we continue to support and celebrate 60 years and many more of success in our community. Well, Florida College System Month, April, we've just hit April already. It's Florida College System Month. You had mentioned FIU and our own College of the Florida Keys being older than FIU even. Well, all month long, the Florida system will showcase diverse educational opportunities and remarkable achievements of its 28 public state colleges, and we'll be taking part in that.
Yes, and Michael, it's as we celebrate our 250th anniversary, the community college is an American creation. It's an American innovation, and that's how we started out, as a community college. and the governor, Ron DeSantis, will be highlighting all sorts of facets and features about our colleges. We are the workforce engine of this state, of this country for the most part, because so many people get their start for education at a community college or at a state college. So many people come back to our institutions to really get a second start or to get a jump on something while they're doing this. And so our college, the College of the Florida Keys, and that impact we were talking about earlier, and I talked about this during the gala, where we contribute to generating $44 million of economic impact across Monroe County, where our students see an average rate of return on their investment of their education of 19%. That's a big deal. And for every dollar invested, students gain $4.50 in future earnings. Our alums, and again, I took a point of pride to brag when we were at the gala that $45,000 on average is what a Florida college system student who graduates with a 2-year degree will earn in their first year. But our students are earning $58,000. That's unimaginable. Mm-hmm. That we are so far ahead. And a big part of that is because of the things that we do, the programs that we offer, the manner by which we get our students to the job market. And, last night we held an academic showcase where we had faculty, we had alums, we had our deans. I was driving back from Key Largo and I got on to welcome the students, but it's all of those things, starting from the top. And I say to students, look, you can choose to go wherever you want, but I'm just going to say to you, if you can find an institution where the president makes time to greet you as you walk through the door, or to keep an open door policy to talk to you, and if I'm going to do that, rest assured, every last person on this campus is going to make the same effort to assure that you succeed. And this is a big part of what we do. So I'm really, really proud and happy to be celebrating and supporting Florida College System Month as part of the statewide effort.
Yeah, nearly 700,000 students statewide in the Florida College System, but they get that personal attention and leadership by example from you and the whole administration and staff at College of the Florida Keys. And again, they're assured of getting a huge return on investment by attending the College of the Florida Keys. So we thank you very much for that. Career Connections, it's a free networking and career advancement event. That happens today as well. No time to rest, 12:30 to 2 at Tennessee Williams Theater on the Key West campus.
And that is no April Fools. It is happening 12:30 to 2 p.m. today at Tennessee Williams. Come on out. We have employers from all across the Keys. And this is not just limited to our own students. If you are out there looking for a job, if you're trying to change careers, please come out. But don't just come out. Show up, bring your resume. Be prepared to do an interview. Some employers are going to look at you right away, and they may want to talk with you further. And again, it's more than just a job fair. It's an opportunity to network. And even if you're not looking for a job, you may want to come out and see what's out there and what employers are looking for, and talk to people at the college about opportunities that we have that may help you to land the next job that you're looking for. So, come out, dress professionally, and be prepared. Be prepared to showcase yourself. This is what this is all about. We will also do some things to help you explore and get assistance with resume building and a variety of other things as well.
Absolutely. That is 12:30 to 2, Tennessee Williams Theater on the campus. Career Connections, free networking and career advancement events. Another opportunity to continue with the success that College of the Florida Keys prepares you for. Jonathan Guevara, Dr. G, with us. He is President and CEO, College of the Florida Keys. And last night, we came right off the gala. We dove right into more events. They are always continuing because just last night, the virtual academic showcase helped prospective students explore the opportunities available to them at College of the Florida Keys to get ready for the next semester. Next semester is summer term.
Yes. And as I mentioned earlier, that academic showcase, I always try to make myself available, regardless to where I am, to beam in, to at least have a few words with our students to let them know that we are all interested in their success. And in preparation for summer, we have 3 summer terms. And these are all in an effort to provide the flexibility and the different kinds of options for students. We have the accelerated 6-week term, which goes from May 18th to June 29th. So we will graduate students on May 8th, and then a couple of weeks later, we will start the summer term on May 18th. That goes until June 29th. So for those students who want to move fast, who want to get through their classes, who might just want to take something real quickly, we do the 6-week term, and that's on campus. It can be online, hybrid course format. So in less than 2 months, you can get ahead, you can complete full credit hours, you can stay on track, you can get ahead. And then we also have 100% online. This is the 12-week term that begins May 18th and ends August 10th. So if you want something more traditional, it's there. If you want something really quick, it's there. If you want something online, it's there. If you want something that'll give you a flex between some online and some face-to-face, we have that. But in addition, and again, we talked about the gala earlier and the fundraising that we do, we have a summer kickstart 8-week program for new students. That will be June 3rd to the 10th. And this is designed for students new to the college. So, you know, we are a one-stop shop for all kinds of things. We will hold 2 events from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, April 29th. And I hope I have a chance to talk more about this for the Upper Keys in Key Largo. And on the 30th, that will be in Key Largo, on the 29th in Key West. And at these events, we will provide students with a $30 application fee waiver and a $100 Kickstarter scholarship. So in addition to us trying to help you to get in, we are providing the financial opportunities and the options so that you can help to pay for some of those classes. And when you consider that our tuition is just over $300 per class for a 3-credit class, $100 is a third of the way to getting you to take that first class. So, you know, we make it possible. And the deadline for applications is May 1st because we want you to be set up correctly, appropriately, so that when you start classes, you're not worrying about all the other bureaucratic things that you need to do to make sure that you're ready for your coursework.
Very well. Dr. Jonathan Guevara talking with us from the College of the Florida Keys about the one-stop summer shop. And again, application deadline for new students is May 1st. That is coming up. Well, College of the Florida Keys collaborating with Monroe County School District. I was just speaking with our distinguished Superintendent Ed Tierney just a moment ago, but you're collaborating with the district on the joint CTE Council, which stands for Career Technical Education. So let's explain that, if you would.
Yes. And, you know, the superintendent and a couple of board members from the school board were also at the gala to show their support for the college. And so that collaboration extends at that level, on a personal level. And we've been working to make sure that we have, because for us here in Monroe County, it's extremely important that we collaborate, because, you know, you can't just build anything anywhere. In fact, you can't even build because the space isn't there. So our goal in collaborating with the school district is to make sure that we are offering the kinds of programs that both the school district needs, the college needs, and that our community needs, so that we're getting the right people into the workforce. As part of that, we are going to be doing a course specifically for students who are interested in getting into the teaching profession this summer. But the Career Technical Education Council is going to continue, and we're going to look at a variety of things. One of the things that we're looking at is, how do we help those young people to pay for taking those career technical education courses while they're dual enrollment students. Right now, the state covers some of that cost, but they do not cover the lab fees. And those lab fees can be very, very expensive. So you're working collaboratively to try and figure out ways to support those students so they can get those skills and the training that they need to go right into the workforce if they choose to do so straight out of high school.
Yes, Dr. Jonathan Guevara with us, College of the Florida Keys. You can find out more about all that we've been discussing at cfk.edu. And I'll go off script just a little bit, but in order to congratulate you and the entire staff and administration of the College of the Florida Keys, according to news reports from our friends at the Keys Citizen, the state of Florida Auditor General released its study recently of the 2024-2025 fiscal year. And it was found that the College of the Florida Keys fairly presented financial statements, and there were no deficiencies in internal control over financial reporting. And again, it was given high marks in terms of financial and fiscal responsibility, even mentioned that it may not see an increase in tuition, keeping that affordable tuition continue to be affordable. And so for all of that hard work, that has gotten high marks from the auditor's office. We thank you for that.
Well, thank you very much. And it's a testament to the great people that we have working for us in our business and administrative facilities and in other areas who make sure that we spend the money that we raise and the money that we receive from the state and other entities very, very wisely. And, again, thank you. It is always great to have a third party validate the work that you're doing. And we will continue to be that accessible, affordable institution that supports our community in ways that provide workforce opportunities so people can find the jobs to help them sustain their livelihood here in the Florida Keys.
Well, the College of the Florida Keys celebrating 60 years of achievement and accomplishment and contributing to our community in so many ways. And we thank you for all of your service as well and your leadership of you and your wife and the entire staff at the College of the Florida Keys. Is there anything else, sir, that we should mention at this time?
Well, again, I would say that we are closing in on the culmination of the celebration, and May 8th, when we have commencement, will be the day that we sort of close the loop on this 60th year. And at that point in time, we will graduate students and we will, see a number of them go right into the field. Some of them will come back with us, but that's really what this is all about. It's about making sure that our students at the end of all of this are getting into the jobs that they were trained to do and that their families are being appropriately supported.
Well, and I will say too, on a personal note, if I may, just from an observation standpoint, before coming here to the Florida Keys 9 years ago, I resided in a university town in Pennsylvania. And over time, it appeared that university as an institute of higher learning became kind of tone deaf to the needs of the community. And it became a town versus gown situation there, unfortunately. The College of the Florida Keys is so collaborative, so interactive, and responsive to the needs of the Keys community. You are to be commended for that. You don't see that everywhere.
Well, thank you very much. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because a big part of that also is the reason why we have been trying and have been raising funds to build a residential complex, because we know that we get students who are from out of the county who come here, but we also know that we have young people who want to stay here and get a campus experience. And when we have students who come from out of town, whether out of state or out of the county, they need some place to live. And, as students will do what students do. And they will take a place where it was only designed for 3, and 8 of them might live there, and somehow they'll pay it. And, not to disparage any of our landlords, because sometimes they don't even know. But, we don't want that to happen, because those kinds of things tend to increase the cost of living in our community. So we're doing everything we can to stay well within the lines and the guidelines of being a good collaborator and a good contributor to our community. Thank you very much for that.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you. And that has shown for sure. The results speak for themselves. College of the Florida Keys, cfk.edu, celebrating 60 years. Do find out more by going online, cfk.edu, and take part in many of these outreach opportunities and events as well. Dr. G, I should let you get back to your beautiful setting there that we've been viewing and enjoying on Zoom, as this show will be on Keys Living TV later. As for me, well, the gig is up, I guess. You discovered and revealed that my living palm trees are not necessarily living as yours are, but we'll leave it at that.
Well, they're living somewhere.
So, in virtual space,
yes.
But it still is soothing to me anyway. So,
yes.
Sir, you have a wonderful day. Give my best to your lovely wife. Thank you to her for all of her gluten-free advice as well. She takes very good care of both of us when I see her. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I will pass that on. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. You do the same.
All righty.
Bye
now.
Dr. Jonathan Guevara with us, President, CEO, College of the Florida Keys, on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. We'll be returning with more of Good Morning Keys in a moment.
Mount Sinai's expert urology team is now in Key West and Marathon. When it comes to your urological health, you need quality care and convenient access close to home. Make an appointment with the most experienced urologist in the Keys, specializing in both men's and women's urological conditions. Call 305-674-CARE or visit msmc.com to schedule in Key West or Marathon. That's msmc.com or 305-674-CARE.
Good morning, dear. Breakfast almost ready?
In a minute. So did you happen to call someone about spalling repair for the house?
You know what? I knew I forgot something yesterday.
Honey, you know how important spalling repair is, especially here in the Keys. If that spalling damage gets any worse...
Don't worry. I'll call Design Center in Marathon.
When?
Today.
How about now?
Okay, dear. Now.
Design Center, the most efficient spalling contractor in the Keys, providing the fastest results. With over 40 years combined experience in spalling repair and a member of the International Concrete Repair Institute, Design Center can handle the largest jobs to small structures. They also handle quite a number of condominium and county projects. Mention this ad or the program you're listening to and receive 10% off your spalling repair. Visit DesignCenterFL.com or call 305-735-4042. Design Center, 6677 Overseas Highway Marathon. License number CGC 1523838. Remember, mention this ad or the program you're listening to and receive 10% off your spalling repair from Design Center.
Do you want a reliable, fast, and convenient way to travel between the mainland and the Keys? The Dade Monroe Express is your solution. Service runs early morning through late evening, 7 days a week. Whether you're commuting or just visiting, Dade Monroe Express has got you covered. And the best part? You can try it for free. Visit trytransitfree.com and select Dade Monroe Express. Don't wait. Discover a stress-free way to travel to and from the Keys. The Dade Monroe Express is operated by Miami-Dade Transit.
It's time for a new point of sale system for your business. But you say, I can't afford a new system, so I'll just put up with another year of high processing fees and no service or support. Hi, I'm Mike Kraus, president of Sales Sense Payments and resident of the Florida Keys, and I'll give your business a free point of sale system. That's a value up to $10,000. All that we ask is that you process your credit cards through Sales Sense Payments. No gimmicks or contracts. After you and I meet for a consultation, which is also free, Sales Sense Payments will set up your business with the most cost-effective point of sale solution using more than our 25 years of experience and relationships with more than 20 vendors. Start the year off by saving money and processing fees with a free point of sale system from a local company that consistently delivers local support and transparency in the Florida Keys. That's Sales Sense Payments. Call me, Mike Kraus, at 305-723-1234 to get started. 305-723-1234 or visit us online at salessensepayments.com and check out our 5-star review on Google.
This is Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. 1st of April. It is April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day to you. Happy Easter week as well. And we've got a city commission meeting coming up tonight. They will be voting on the Higgs Beach possible acquisition or transfer to the city from the county. That is on the agenda. We're expecting a vote, last count, about that possibility, with the decision backed by a city analysis projecting a financial benefit, but one that still has some major questions unanswered. So that will be under discussion today, and a pretty full agenda with the city commission meeting as well. We also want to congratulate the Rotary Club of Key West, a proclamation of their 100 years of service. That proclamation will take place at 9 a.m. this morning in front of the city commission as well. We had a Florida man, 18-year-old from Miami, arrested recently from fleeing the sheriff's office deputies. He was charged with fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, possession of marijuana, and speeding. A BMW sedan near mile marker 83 at 9:33 p.m. on the 29th. He reached speeds of nearly 85 miles per hour, passing other motorists illegally before being stopped at mile marker 87. The sheriff often talks about those traffic stops. This one, he made himself obvious and was found to be in possession of marijuana as well. So that, not a great conclusion for him. Also, we've got some traffic advisories coming up. Keep this in mind: the 2026 Walk in My Shoes event to raise awareness for sexual abuse victims and survivors. That begins at 8:30 Southernmost Point on Tuesday. Well, that actually just happened, so keep that in mind. All right, never mind. That was yesterday. But coming up April 11th, it will be the big impact on traffic with the 7 Mile Bridge Run. We alluded to this earlier. It is next Saturday, April 11th. The bridge closes at 6 a.m. All motorists should plan to cross the bridge by 6 a.m. to avoid being stuck on one side or the other, because it is a hard stop. No one will be let through the 7 Mile Bridge until 9 a.m. when the traffic lanes reopen. Usually takes about an hour for traffic to return to normal. And please spread the word about that. We have been doing so. Our newsroom and AJ Meyer has been reporting on that here the past few days. But 7 Mile Bridge closed between 6 and 9 a.m. next Saturday, the 11th. If you have a need to get to Miami during that time, you will have to go the night before. So please do keep that in mind if that is in your plans. Wayne Garcia now, the latest to announce candidacy for City Commission for District 4. He formally announced his candidacy recently. Garcia, born in Key West, fourth-generation Key Wester. He worked as a building contractor for more than 40 years, gaining hands-on experience. That he said has shaped his understanding of the community's infrastructure and his needs. He's also a local folk artist. He's lectured on Key West history for the Key West Art and Historical Society. He's lived in District 4 for more than 35 years. Garcia's top priorities include cleanup and revitalization of the Riviera Canal, improving sidewalk accessibility through District 4 by repairing and installing new sidewalks, addressing local flooding issues, and developing a thoughtful plan for Little Jamaica Park. So that story complements of the Keys Weekly. So latest candidacy, latest one to throw his hat in the ring, Wayne Garcia, District 4 City Commission. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. You know, it's a great time for a bakery break. Old Town Bakery joined us at Blue Marlin Jewelry last Friday for a special community spotlight broadcast, and they supplied everyone with luscious sandwiches and that award-winning key lime pie as well. Wraps and the like were all there. We had a wonderful lunch. They can do the same for your get-together, whether it's a family get-together or an office gathering. So maybe go out on the boat with some wonderful sandwiches. How about some soup to top off that lunch? Several varieties of homemade soup, as well as quiche. You can get that by the slice. You can order up a whole pie with 24 hours advance notice. Go down to the historic location of Eaton and Grinnell for Old Town Bakery, or order ahead for pickup or delivery, oldtownbakerykeywest.com online. And they start baking at 1 a.m. for you. Everything is delectable. Fresh coffee as well. All at Old Town Bakery. Hit them up for lunch, or, of course, start your day with all of those delectable delights. Old Town Bakery, corner of Eaton and Grinnell, Old Town Key West, as well as the corner of Eaton and Grinnell, and online, oldtownbakerykeywest.com. As mentioned, this is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. Getting set for Glenn Beck coming your way here shortly after 9, followed by Clay and Buck. They are here at noon. Sean Hannity at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, Drew Steele and Florida's Voice. 6 o'clock, Mark Levin. 9 o'clock, Jesse Kelly. Breaking news as soon as it happens, and we will cover the coverage of news from the president live at 9 p.m. tonight from the Oval Office here on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
Join the Con Crawl and Pub Stroll on April 18th and enjoy libations at 8 iconic bars, including 801 Bourbon Bar, Docks and Duval, Hanks and Irish Kevin's, and take home a commemorative crawl tee. The fun continues at Salty Frogs after the crawl party, featuring live music, food, drink specials, and giveaways, with proceeds benefiting the Conch Republic Military Forces. Visit conchrepublic.com for a full schedule of events and tickets. The 44th Annual Conch Republic Independence Celebration, April 17th through the 26th. Brought to you by the Monroe County Tourist Development Council, DAC1, Conch Republic Military Forces, and Florida Keys Businesses.
Hello, I'm Dr. Bruce Burrows for Advanced Urgent Care, letting you know we are now making appointments to perform your MRI at our Marathon office. MRIs take about 30 minutes to perform, depending upon the area being scanned. And best of all, AUC will be offering MRI studies at affordable cash prices. Call 305-294-0011, option 7 to learn more. AUC has also created Keys Cares Health Plan to help those who can't afford medical insurance. This plan has a low monthly fee and includes most basic testing for acute illnesses at no extra charge. AUC provides high-quality care at affordable prices. For more information on all our services, visit urgentcarefloridakeys.com. Thank you.
Advanced Urgent Care is the only urgent care in the Keys that is open 7 days a week, including Sundays. You know Hawks Cay Marina is renowned for their quick access to world-class fishing grounds, as well as waterfront dining, bars, spa experiences, and family-friendly adventures. But on the first of the month, Hawks Cay Marina transforms from a fishing paradise to the best waterfront party in the Middle Keys. Join Hawks Cay Resort Friday, April 3rd from 5 to 9 p.m. for the kickoff of their first Friday on the Promenade. Local vendors will be on hand with wonderful items for purchase. Enjoy delicious food and ice-cold beverages while taking in live music from Riptide Riot, performing live from 5 to 9 p.m. with a high-energy rock show straight from the Key West music scene. Enter to win a half-day fishing charter and Turtle Box Ranger. All raffle proceeds go to Forgotten Felines of the Florida Keys, who provide compassionate care to homeless and abandoned cats. Live music, tasty food, cold beverages, and local vendors. What more could you ask for? Join Hawks Cay Marina the first Friday of the month from 5 to 9 p.m. beginning April 3rd for First Friday on the Promenade. And for more information about Hawks Cay Resort, visit hawkskay.com.
The choice of a doctor is a personal one. The choice of your gynecologist is even more personal. Dr. George Peterson has been honored to provide trusted gynecological care for generations of women in the Florida Keys for more than 30 years. While he has retired from obstetrics, Dr. Peterson is continuing with gynecological services for existing and new patients. Dr. Peterson guides them through medical care that can be complex and confusing at times, whether it's related to conception, sexual health and wellness, infertility, or menopause. And he continues to be a trusted caregiver for circumcisions. Dr. Peterson has been alongside his patients for 3 decades to ensure that they receive needed screenings for breast, cervical, and ovarian cancer. And the practice has expanded to provide a wide range of medical aesthetic treatments. Keys Med Spa, 5450 McDonald Avenue, Stock Island. Phone number 305-293-9555. And online at keysmedspa.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. George Peterson. I'll be honored to help you with your medical needs as I have done for the last 30 years.